Hello everybody, this is Michael Albany of Michael Albany Photography and michaelalbany.com coming at you with another one-handed Photoshop tutorial. This time I think we've done quite a bit with the R. James image, and we're going to do some edge effects. And we're just going to play around a little bit and see what we can come up with. Now, one of my favorite edge effects is quite simple to do. Basically, you just go in and you add a new layer and you select your marquee tool. Okay, when you have your new layer, first you fill that layer with white, just like so. Then you grab your marquee tool and you select your basic edge that you're going to select, like about that. And then you go in and you go Edit, Fill Again, only this time with black. Click OK. Now you have to go in and you go Select, Deselect, because we are doing this with one hand now. And then go into the filter gallery by clicking on Filter, Filter Gallery, and you select an edge. Now, right now we have spatter, which is really, really big. And we're gonna bring that down a little bit and kind of play with it like so. And you'll see that we have a spattered edge. Just that easy, just that quick. You can see that, and it's opaque, so it's over our layer, and it's not really giving us a good edge effect until we go into layers and change our blend mode to screen. And there, we have a good edge effect right on top of our image. Very quick, very easy. If we decide that it's like we want to see more of James's head up here, all we have to do is go into our brush tool, select black, make sure that our tool is large enough, and just go in and paint in black as if you were working on a mask. Just that easy. You can just bring down this edge over here on the right, and you can kind of paint that in any way you want to kind of smooth out that edge effect if you so desire. Or you can just leave it as it was. Whatever you want to do. So this is a way to do one quick and easy edge effect that will allow you to create a nice artistic edge effect. Now, another thing that you can do is, first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our background layer, make that editable, and we're going to duplicate that layer like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to desaturate that layer by clicking on Image, Adjustments, and Desaturate. Oh, what am I doing here? There we go. Desaturate. Then what we do is we apply a quick mask to that. And what we can do is we can create an edge effect by doing the exact same thing so that the color's in the middle and the black and white's on the outside. So that's just one thing you can do. We're not going to do that one today. We're going to just throw that away. We're going to go back to our original image. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to do layer. We're going to add a new layer. And we're going to go Edit, Fill, and we're going to fill it with white. And now what we're going to do is we're going into our brush tool, and we're going to select a brush that has a fairly jagged edge. And that could be anything. It could be one of these palm trees. It could be a mesh. It could be a old rag cotton. It could be anything that's already preloaded in Photoshop that has a little bit of a sharp edge to it. So we're going to go ahead and click Chalk Dark and go back here, and we're going to enlarge our brush size a little bit more because we want to do this quickly. So we're just going to do this relatively quick and easy, and we're just going to click and drag in just like so. And you can even just kind of do it any way you want. I like to click and drag in, just filling my edge here, making it kind of gray and sharp, give myself some bumpy edges there. And you can change the level of the tool, or you can click and drag and do whatever you want. Any way you want to work it is fine because it's your piece of work. It's your art. It's your artistic edge effect. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and grab all these and do a quick one up here, and then we'll kind of give it some edge. A few different spots there. We have this great big white space, so we could spend all day clicking and dragging around that to fill in that, or we could just grab our marquee tool, click and drag inside that space, covering the bulk of our white area, like so, and hitting Edit, Fill, and fill with black again. We click OK, and then we deselect by going Select, Deselect, and changing our blend mode to screen again. And there we go, another artistic feel to it. And another thing you can do is if that's not quite enough for you, then you could go even further and take this into the filter gallery again and apply a different filter to it. You could do the spatter, you could do the sprayed strokes to make it a little more edgy. You could go into and do a glass filter or ocean ripple, diffuse, anything you really want to do, a sketch, and do something like, let's see here, do a charcoal. But if you do a charcoal, keep in mind, see all this white area, you're going to have to refill that with black or paint it over again with black. You could do a crosshatch and kind of give it a good effect to it. You can make our stroke length short, sharpness really low, our strength really high. You can play with all these different things that you want to do. You can even go into artistic, add film grain or rough pastels, sponge looks, underpainting, which is also one of my favorites in the underpainting, and I think we're going to go with that one this time. We'll kind of, let's shrink our brush size down, increase our texture coverage, and now I'm going to bring our coverage back down a little bit. Base relief, we'll make it nice and rough by bringing that up. We can change our texture to brick if we wanted to, or burlap, sandstone. I like the way that sandstone looks, so we're going to click on K, and boom, again, a completely different look. But if you see up here that we've covered up part of James's head, all we have to do is go back into our brush tool, select a more standard brush, say about 65 with a soft edge, and that may even be a little bit large. We just gently paint in there until we see the edge of James's head. Just that easy, just that quick. We've gone through a few different edge effects. We do File, Save As, save that as something different, and that's it. As easy as pie. Until next time, happy shooting.